How's it going, guys? It's your boy Mr. Brawls here, and today the day has come. We finally battled Shadow Fox for the trophy to be the best YouTuber alive. And so here is the team I'm gonna be using for the battle. It is decent, not the best, but it's decent. Of course, I have my favorite Pokemon up here, Lycanroc. I really like this set, but I would usually go for like counter over Swords Dance since it's sashed. But I guess it's good anyway. It's very satisfying to see Stone Edge hit with no guard. It's very satisfying. And then we have a banned Scizor with Bullet Punch U-turn Super Hard Knockoff. People usually run Dual Wing Beat over Knockoff, but I guess Knockoff is a pretty good move because Scizor can tank hits like crazy and then land a super powerful physical attack. Or you can just go for Bullet Punch for priority, I guess. And then we have a Dragapult. This is not my original set. All of the Pokemon I have on here are my original sets, but this is not my original set. It's actually a set made by my friend Witherp. And this is a set that is really good. I mean, you can just Dragon Dance once and then you could just annihilate the team, and by annihilate I mean destroy. And Phantom Force, because it can learn no other good ghost type moves that are physical, because since we're running a physical Dragapult. And then I don't think he had U-turn on his Dragapult. I think he had something else, but I guess I added U-turn for switching out and stuff, and power up for Phantom Force to activate in one turn, and Dragon Darts because Outrage can be pretty bullshit sometimes. Then we have Tornadus. This is Tornadus that I used in my Avatar video. It was Ing, and I liked it a lot. Since it's fast, it can just deal a lot of damage with a Hurricane, I guess. With Nasty Plot and Defog for Prankster, just to get all those rocks and spikes out of the way. It's really good. And since Defog lowers evasion, then Focus Blast and Hurricane could hit often. And then we have a Barraskewda with Close Combat, Flip Turn, Liquidation, Poison Jab. I wanted to go for Psychic Fangs over Liquidation, but I guess I needed a stronger move than Flip Turn that's Water type, so I can have the Sweet Stab. And I guess I was originally going to go for Pelipper instead of Arcanine, but I guess Rain Team just using strats against Shadow Fox isn't the thing, and I really like Barraskewda, and I hate it. That's why I like it. It's just like how I hate Marshadow that much. Now I like it. I like using it, but I hate it being used against me. That's the same with Barraskewda. And then we have Arcanine. It's a pretty good support Pokemon. Of course, Burn, Poison, and then teleporting for switching out. And I went for Flamethrower over Flare Blitz because, well, Flare Blitz recoil is not the best thing in the world, and it just has 10 lower special attack than its attack, so I guess it'd be pretty good to run Flamethrower as a stab move. And for like Ferrothorn and stuff, since it's not physical, so I don't get Iron Barbed. So yeah, this is the team that we're going to be using to battle against Shadow Fox, and let's see how the match goes. For some reason, my mic decided not to work during I was recording the actual battle, so I have to watch the replay. Thank you, Shadow Fox, for agreeing to battle, of course. And as we can see, he's using a pretty OU team right here, and I'm just using my Pokemon. And then I was pretty worried about that Pheromosa, since Pheromosa is really strong with Life Orb or Expert Belt or just a banned Pheromosa. Super strong, dude. And Ferrothorn, I have Arcanine to deal that with. Zapdos, I don't have a good counter for it, but I guess I don't know. And that Cinderace is just Cinderace. It's Cinderace. What can we do about it? So here we go. So he starts out with Pheromosa. I started Barraskewda, and he decided not to have U-turn on his Pheromosa for some reason. And he switches out as it is, so he didn't U-turn or anything. And then I flipped Bruh, it just restarted, sorry. So, he doesn't have U-turn for so that's pretty weird. I don't know why. He just switched out instead of just U-turning. If he had U-turn. And then he just switched out to Ferrothorn, and I just flip turned. Of course, Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet. That's a really good combo. And Arcanine to deal with it, Flamethrower. So I knew he knew I was gonna Flamethrower. So I just switched to. He switched to Landorus, and I thought he was gonna Earthquake here, but he went for Stone Edge, predicting my switch, which missed. And then I went for Hurricane, and it hit. And he killed me with Stone Edge. Landorus is really strong. And then I went for Sizzler to Bullet Punch it, but I thought he would be switching to something like Zapdos or Cinderace or something, so I decided to put U-turn, and then he switched to Ferrothorn, and I U-turned. That deals massive damage, as I said before. And then I U-turned to Arcanine, and I know he's going to switch out this time, so I just used Teleport. Wait, I don't remember what I did, so I just Will-O-Wisp to burn whatever Pokemon he switches in, and then he uses Shadow Ball, and I thought he was gonna switch since his Dragapult is burned, but it turns out everybody doesn't run a physical Dragapult like me. And then I used Teleport and then switched to Lycanroc so I could Sucker Punch it to death, but he switches out to Pheromosa. And of course, since this is Sash, we don't need to worry about those close combat. And then goes for Drill Run instead of close combat. I don't know why it doesn't have close combat. I guess for like saving defense and stuff. And then I went for Stone Edge, and just to see it hit, it's so good. And then he went for Cinderace so he could bulk. I thought he would Sucker Punch, so I switched, but he went for Bulk Up instead. So I went for the burn next turn, so I could burn it, but I burned his Ferrothorn instead. And then I Flamethrower it. I think I Flamethrower here. Oh, yes, I Flamethrower here. And then I thought he was going to like bulk up and all that stuff, so I'm trying to just burn him and stuff. I actually burned him. He goes for bulk up, so I burn him. He's not fire type anymore, and he went for Power Ball, so he could resist my Flamethrower that I'm gonna use next. That's a pretty smart move. And then he, since he has the burn, his attack deal less damage. And I teleport this turn, wasting my turn fully. I just needed one Dragon Dance here so I could sweep through the entire team. But since a lot of Cinderace and OU run Sucker Punch, so I just went for Dragon Dance so he couldn't Sucker Punch. And then here starts the chain of stalling him out with Dragon Dance so he couldn't Sucker Punch. And as we can see, he's getting really low in health because of the burn. So I'm predicting for the next turn, I thought he was going to go for a Sucker Punch before dying. So there were two possibilities. He would be smart and go for Sucker Punch before dying, or he would be more smart and actually not go for Sucker Punch before dying, so he could inflict some damage, because I think he only runs like Pyro Ball other than it and Bulk Up. I don't know what his fourth move was, but I'm guessing it was like let's see, what could it be? Gunk Shot maybe? I don't know. So he doesn't go for Sucker Punch this turn. He goes for Pyro Ball looking for the burn, but it doesn't burn me, fortunately. And then he goes for Lander, and down here. I told you, this just sweeps through the enemy's team. Since we have Clear Body, we don't need to worry about those Intimidate stuff. And since this is Adamant Nature, it has boosted attack, which is very satisfying to watch. And I just nailed this battle. I freaking GG. It was over for me a while back after the burn. Yeah, I know. The Cinderace burn was the main goal I went for, because I hate Cinderace so much. Again, I hate it so much that I love it. I love to use it. I hate when it's being used against me. So yeah, he dies. That is GG's. So, we won our battle against Shadow Fox. I'm really glad we won, since the only needed is when his Cinderace was burned and we just DD'd over and over and over and over and over. And I guess that provided the sweep for the 5-0. I was looking forward to a very close match, but I guess Dragon Dance is a really good move for like physical Pokemon, I guess. Like physical moderate speed Pokemon. I guess you could just slap Dragon Dance or like Lane Drawers, then it would be like freaking OP. But yeah, Dragon Dance is one of the best moves in the game. And since it has such wide access, unlike Quiver Dance, it's only like Pokemon relating to like forests and stuff can learn Quiver Dance, which is, I think that's dumb. But I guess Dragon Dance, like, it gets from Whiscash to freaking Crawdon gets Dragon Dance. Even Lapras gets Dragon Dance. That's why it's a really good move. So now I sit on that YouTube throne. And that's it for the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the best channel on YouTube and like the video. And I guess that's it. Goodbye.